Monday, February 1st, 2010. Last week, Nobel laureate, Presidential Medal of Freedom winner, and former president of Poland, Lech Walesa, traveled to Chicago to endorse a political candidate for governor of Illinois. Who he endorsed doesn't matter. The fact that he's here endorsing anyone at all should be considered newsworthy. For anyone who doesn't know who Lech Walesa is, he's credited with leading the Solidarity Union movement in then-communist Poland. His actions against Soviet rule in Poland are widely regarded as having played an instrumental role in the destruction of the USSR. In short, he teabagged the evil empire and helped win the Cold War, temporarily saving Western civilization from socialist tyranny. Unfortunately for Chicago residents, and the Polish community specifically, if you get your news from the city's local television stations, you might not have even known that he was in town, let alone that he attended a tea party and endorsed Adam Andrzejewski for governor. Browsing the websites of the local network affiliates turns up little to no coverage of Walesa's visit. What little coverage there was came from ABC News, but they seemed to go out of their way to ignore Mr. Walesa's endorsement.
Despite the frigid weather, the Tea Partiers and other self-described true conservatives made their way to Federal Plaza this afternoon.
This ABC report on the Tea Party rally was very good, except for the fact that it didn't even mention that Walesa attended and addressed the crowd. Is it because they didn't know he was there? No. In their own report on the Tea Party rally, you can clearly see President Walesa standing on the podium addressing the crowd. Is there any way that they didn't know he was endorsing Mr. Andrzejewski? No. Here's ABC's Alan Kraszewski getting footage of a Walesa-Andrzejewski photo op during the campaign's media availability session earlier in the day. And during his Tea Party address endorsing Mr. Andrzejewski, ABC's camera is clearly visible documenting the statement. So it wasn't that ABC didn't know President Walesa was there, and it wasn't that they didn't know he was endorsing Adam Andrzejewski. Why, then, would they choose not to report on the news which they had documented regarding President Walesa? Could this media blackout have anything to do with a political bias in the newsroom? Well,
Cheryl Ron, the Tea Party movement has endorsed Hinsdale businessman Andrzejewski. While he has never run for or held public office before, he will walk point for the Republican Party's right wing. In recent primaries, Republican candidates have had to move toward positions favored by the party's strong right wing to win elections. That's the story about the right wing in the Republican Party for next week's primary.
For the record, ABC, the Tea Party is not just about the right wing of the Republican Party. You don't have to dig very deep to find diversity of thought in the Tea Party movement. For example,
my name is Melody Swink, and I have been a Tea Partier since the very beginning because I was originally a campaigner for Hillary Clinton. I didn't like how she was being treated, and then I didn't like what was happening in the campaign by the media. So everything started to shift and change when I started to really listen to what the Democrats were saying. And now, after a year, watching what they're doing, it's really terrifying to me. I'm a single mother, I'm a professional, I'm an artist. I don't necessarily fit into the, maybe the demographic of a conservative, and I don't really care because I do whatever I want.
To be fair, maybe ABC News didn't see this protester. Oh wait, there she is on stage singing the national anthem. For Founding Bloggers in Chicago, this is Andrew Marcus.